What's up, y'all? We are back, but back. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, uh, Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate it, and any other thing that you celebrate. Hope everyone has had a blessed and a safe holiday weekend thus far. You know that the G panel had to come on this good Sunday and give you an amazing show. We got the hot topics, we got the juicy topics, and a little bit more for you today, okay? But you know, I cannot do this by myself. I'm your boy, Quan the Poet, and I have some of the best hosts in the world with me. I got my girl, First Home Tuber. I got my girl, Philly Chica.
Hi.
Hey! And today, we got Safion with us.
Savion is here.
We got
What's up?
Sapion. We stole him. We stole him this week.
We heard that you do a good King Payne impersonation.
That's
So
right.
since King is out traveling, can we get that impersonation for the people?
All right. Well, when he first opened up, he'll be like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Rihanna to the period.
Yes. Oh,
No, he
No,
doesn't sound like
oh,
King. He sounds just like King.
Yeah, because he said okay with the sigh.
yes.
It was perfect.
Okay.
Oh,
y'all
I
want to
can't do
hear
it that
more?
well. Yeah.
Shout out to
Okay.
Give
official
us
King
more.
Payne. We missed you. He is in the comments, guys. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Throw some crowns in the comments.
that's
Welcome to
right.
graduation.
Make sure y'all liking, guys, and subscribing and share. Share
Yes,
this
yes,
out because
yes.
we got some goodies for y'all today, y'all. It's gonna be lit like always.
All right, Safion, give us a little bit more of King Payne.
All
Yes.
right. So when I first went to Hamburger Mary's, where I met the Easter Bunny Andre, first of all, when I got there, him and Fran were already there drinking, and it was mean mugging everybody, flea and super tick. So we sit down and we're playing the game. And then the game was you had to see who you don't see it for somebody, right? So then we all going around in a circle, and he literally insults everybody that he comes into contact with. Lord and behold, when he got to me, he liked that response. So then he goes, oh, it's Missy Elliott, the trash bag. But from what he was trying to say was he wasn't trying to tell everybody it was a compliment. He was trying to make it sure that it was a insult. He's like, no, it's the trash for me. So I go, okay, if I'm giving you Missy Elliott, you're giving me Akon. So then he starts singing. So he starts singing. I said, so we singing? Okay. We locked up. They won't let me go.
Ow! Get it.
So then he got mad and he stood up over corners. It's like, you bitches this and you bitches that. So then when he stood up, I stood up. Like, I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, you don't stand over somebody like that. I don't know what you're going to do to me. So, I just wasn't feeling her. I wasn't feeling her energy. Like, I wasn't feeling her. Even when I got to the table, now anybody who followed me is on the lituation panel and the G panel and the official King Payne, I always still open up with off with your head. He started saying that, and I'm like, oh, look, she's trying me. So I'm like, okay, he must want that. So then he stands up again. But this time I didn't just stand up. I went around the table. He must really want that. Bitches ain't never liked me my whole life, but if you don't like me, you can catch these motherfucking hands. And that's just on Ariana, okay?
And see.
Wow.
Period. He really did the whole job.
I got a whole flashback.
Oh,
I was flashback.
I'm like, ooh, that happened. Ooh, he did say that.
He sure did.
He's going on and on about how he's the king in this, and I'm like, now, anybody had told you that there was an HBIZ position, you can go on home now because we got me here. We don't need you for that.
That's right. That position is already filled. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I can't even do it. See, look.
Hit the fan.
It's giving hot.
That position's already filled.
Somebody making it.
Okay.
Somebody making
that is amazing. It's the lingo, it's the inflection, it's the little buzz terms that he always uses.
Yes.
That is so amazing.
I love it. You did it. You got that, Safion. You got that.
I had a crown, and I wish I had a crown and a fan. I might get that soon.
Seriously,
New
I got my little
fan.
fan. I got my little fan. Like, look, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'll be like King Payne
Billy's,
on other days.
Billy's on
Isn't
hit the
it
fan
cute?
duty today.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm into
Billy,
fan duty. Yes, I'm gonna do the fan. Yeah, exactly. When this, there you go.
okay. Well, how was everyone's Christmas? I'm gonna tell y'all now. Quan is a little bit lit still. A little.
A little?
I'm trying to. I got tea to try to,
You got that.
I
Like
actually it's
coffee.
tea, but this is like infused tea, so it's marijuana tea. So, but my Christmas was
So
very, very
wait a
good.
minute. Hold up. Hold up. You still getting lit. So
Yeah,
you're
so
still getting lit.
the best way to get over a hangover is to get just a little more lit and then go to bed, and you'll be good.
I
So by
mean,
the time we finish this show, I'll be good and lit, ready for a nap. Probably gonna eat me some
let
leftovers,
let's just
take a
hope it
nap.
don't kick in mid story.
Laquan is very merry.
Very, very merry. I had a wonderful Christmas and all of that. First home tuber, how was your Christmas or holiday if you celebrate whichever one?
Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas. So I spent honestly most of the day just typing away, working on the program. It starts January 1st, hashtag on a spot. And so I was literally typing scripts all day, but I got a lot done. The written portion of it is completely finished, so I'm very happy about that. And today is the first day of Kwanzaa, which I do
Yes.
celebrate. Yes. So, because you guys are my friends and my family, whether you like it or not,
That's sweet.
I'll share with you that during Kwanzaa, the greeting is Habari Gani.
Habari Ghani.
Oh my God. I remember that from the Proud Family. No shade.
Yes.
Oh, I missed
So,
that part.
Habari Gani family, Habari Gani chat.
Habari Ghani. Oh, that's cute. I like
Honey.
that. Now watch somebody name their kid
Now
Habari
wait.
Ghani.
Wait. First home tuber, you keep shocking me every week. We done went from
So
metal woman to now you celebrate Kwanzaa.
I love Kwanzaa. I love Kwanzaa.
I tell
She
you, she shocks
always
me all the time. Like
every
I
week
look
it's always
forward to
something.
what Home Tuber is going to say because right when I think I can figure her out, she hits me with something, and I'm like, I didn't see that coming. But and I love it. I love with all you guys. Like I really like that, and I really think that somebody's going to name their kid a Barigati. It's the kid out here that's picky headed with green boogies out there knows name a Barigati.
Or Habari.
Hmm.
What about speaking of
It's
little
a cute
beautiful
name.
ladies? It is kind of cute. So,
Yeah.
what did your children enjoy Christmas?
Yes, I mean these little broke little homies of mine. So first they around my neighborhood they tried to have a Santa Claus come down the week before Christmas and then the day before Christmas. And this year, like last year, he was skinny. He was pre-pandemic Santa. This year he was bigger. He had that PUA money, and he was eating. And last year he was on a folding chair on the back of a pickup with some cotton balls as his beard. This year he had a porta potty on the back of the pickup with the cotton balls as his beard. I mean, we're getting better. We're trying. It's nice to see the cops light up my block for something other than Ray Ray shot Pookie and all that. You know what I mean? I'm happy to see the kids was outside. They was happy. But, they didn't know that Santa got his reindeers took in Philly last that night. So if y'all gifts was late, I apologize. Um Also my kids made
Huh?
a we made a gingerbread house as best as we can. I told her I was gonna show it on
Oh,
camera. So yeah, we made a little
oh,
gingerbread
That
house.
Ooh.
look good.
that
Period.
was
So my daughter was
cool.
like, I want it to be pink. You know what I mean? She decked it out her own stuff. So it's we own the spot. We own one now.
On a gingerbread spot.
We own the gingerbread. So I'm getting closer to a house. I'm getting closer to her. I'm getting closer.
Gonna get you there, girl.
Period. But it's
One
my
step at a
family.
time.
Yes, that part. This holiday is kind of hard because it's the first one without my mom. My mom passed away October 16th of this year. So
I'm
she was very
sorry.
much intimate, very instrumental in everything, including our recipes, our jokes, our family traditions. We open up things at 12 o'clock, whereas though everybody else do it in the morning. So it was bittersweet because I missed her and I knew she was there with me. But,
Mm.
I got through it. So there's one down, many more to go. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Hmm. Safion, how was your holiday?
Well, my holiday consisted of me working in the morning, hearing patients bitching at the nurses,
Ooh,
for 8 hours straight. Then I went home. I had some food. Gave my mom and dad their presents. Surprisingly, I had presents. I didn't even know I had presents. But they gave me a 55-inch flat screen TV.
Ooh.
It's a clear HD Samsung. I'm watching it right now.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
they gave me some shoes. I got me some new colorful Uggs, and I got these that
Ooh.
I have not taken off since last night.
Okay.
Cute.
Yeah, and I got
they look
some.
really warm.
Yeah, they gave me some gloves. They gave me stuff that I kind of really need. That's the more important thing. So I was happy about that.
Mm,
PS5 coming soon. Um,
okay.
but then I went to a friend's house and some girlfriends, and we just, stayed at her house for like an hour or two, and we just, laughed and just talked about some real stuff, and I just went on about my day. So I had a
That's
very
good.
productive day.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
can I say
amazing. You
something?
at work?
Right.
I don't want to cut nobody off. I want to say something real quick. I held it down for the lituation G panel. Okay. I won what is it? What was it? It was like a prize from Danny Robinson on YouTube.
Ooh.
Oh,
Courtesy of Danny Robinson. It was a quiz. There was only 15 slots. She had 15 different word puzzles associated with Christmas or the theme. And the first live I missed. The second one I caught, and I was like, wait a minute, I know these answers. So try my hand in. So yeah, the G panel, we want some money, y'all. Yo, we want some money.
Okay.
congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. I just wanted to bring that up because that was big for me. I was like, wait a minute, I kind of know these, and it was
That's awesome.
very well put together. It was word puzzles as if you want Wheel of Fortune. You only had a couple of letters and you had to figure out the titles. One was I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. But of
Mm.
course you only had each letter missing. So I said, let me try my little hit and tell the G panel. Yeah, girl, we smart over here.
Wish I had a
That's
dirty version of that.
Oh, we should do that.
Like y'all remember on Scary Movie 2 when they had it, like they switched up the words like jingle balls and I saw mommy
Yes, I like
and
that
a
idea,
hell ride
Cynthia.
and Annie up bitch.
I like that. I,
Yeah, that'll be fun.
yeah.
Hmm.
Philly gonna win anyway, cause she nasty
Huh?
like that.
Quan, don't we both nasty. We share this
No,
together.
I'm not nasty. Mm-mm. Not.
You're not gonna leave me nasty by myself now, okay?
It's a Sunday, Philly. It's a Sunday. We just had Christmas. We just had Christmas.
You know what's
Speaking of
funny? I was
Christmas,
watching this video on do you guys know the comedian Lunel?
yes.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love me some
yeah.
Lunel. I was watching this video and it was her going off and the shit was so funny. She was like, I'm about to pull up on this motherfucker. He knows I'm coming up. And she was like, I'm not trying to fuck somebody up and go to jail the day before Christmas. So y'all pray for me. But I'm about to curse this motherfucker up. And if
Yes.
they want to fight, we could fight. Don't let these motherfucking nails fool you. Like, oh my god. I had to,
Lunel is my comedy mom. I promise you, I
yeah.
love her. And some people has actually said I look like Lunel at points. So I'm like, wow, okay, it's kind of a compliment, but whatever. I love her. I get my inspiration for a lot of people. But we got some things to talk about.
We do, cause baby, I feel
Mm,
like the internet was shook with
mm,
this
Wow.
first one. Cause I thought they was gonna last a couple of forevers.
mm.
Apparently not. Megan Good and Devon Franklin filed for divorce after 9 years of marriage.
Mhm.
I could not find if there was a reason for it. I just saw a quote saying, after much prayer and consideration, we've chosen to go separate in our futures. Everybody is like, bitch, what happened? Y'all was the big Christian family. We was loving y'all. how y'all feel? Because now I feel hopeless. Like, well, damn, if they can't make it,
I don't base my relationship on what other people do because it could be anything. While they could have been separated for a while and he just decided to file. Like, why not? You know what I mean? It just could have been one of those things. People grow apart. They've been together for over 10 years. So I mean,
9.
people can grow apart.
9.
I don't like stuff I liked 10 years ago. You know what I mean? We don't even wear the same clothes we wear 10 years ago. So to be with somebody that long and to expect it to go 50, 40, 80 years like our grandparents and stuff, we got to think about it. They took a lot. Our grandparents was a blind eye to a lot of things, and that's how their marriage was able to go that long. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like grandpa was staying, you know what I mean, with his wife and not cheating and things. It's just the woman decided not to say nothing, or you know what I mean, kept it under the carpet or whatever. Nowadays we got a voice. We know our worth. We're not taking that, you know what I'm saying? It could be a number of reasons why they just grow apart. People get divorced every day. That's why it's a divorce lawyer out there. So I mean, good for them. I just hope they keep it nice. It's nice now until they get there to start separating the stuff, and everybody arguing over who yo-yo is whose. And I want the
right
paint.
now,
Yeah.
I feel like something gonna come out and it's gonna get nasty nice. Like, oh,
Hmm.
either he did something or she. I think everybody's trying to figure out, well, what happened? Like, who did what? Who was
Well, you can kind of
at
see it.
fault? Of course, I feel like it's probably both of them because obviously it takes two to make a relationship. It takes two to break it. So there could
Mm.
be fault on both sides. But I feel like the people are just nosy, like, okay,
Hmm.
so what happened?
Yeah, and I think because you're right, they have been nice. They released a joint statement. It wasn't he announced or she announced, they announced together. It was a very loving and warm message that they put out. They expressed that they continue to love each other and will continue to
Hmm.
love each other, with a really beautiful picture of them both looking at a sunset. And to me, their joint statement, they were really honoring the marriage that they had. And so I think people are having trouble reconciling, okay, if something is good, how can it end? But for me, thinking about this and also what Philly said about, when we think about past generations and their marriages, should we base a marriage on the quality or the quantity? Is it,
Hmm.
how loving and kind a marriage is, or is it
Hmm.
how long it lasts?
That part. That's a good question too, bro. I like that. I do, and
I
I
mean,
must say a little quick thing. They did Celebrity Game Faces with Kevin Hart. Shout out to Kevin Hart, Philly all day. They did an episode. It's season 1, episode 11, called Bay and Biz, and they were seeming to get along with each other, but there was something that he said that kind of shed a little bit of light into how they may talk to each other on a regular basis. He was like, Kevin Hart was like, well, you should listen to Megan Good, because they were asking a question. It was about, they had to work as a team to get the point. And he was like, well, you should listen to Megan. She was been right this whole time. He was like, not all the time. She ain't right in our own life. And then
Mm.
she looked at him, and Kevin was like, "Sir, I just was talking about the game show. I ain't talking about your marriage," and made it a joke like that. But that right there, that little 5 second, it looks like he could be a pompous person that might downgrade her when he's around other people. You ever had that partner that will play you to make them look better when y'all all are around friends and things instead of being your partner? They feel like they're bidding on you with them. So he kind of looks like that might have happened. You know what I mean? I'm not sure, but from that, just that little bit of what they gave us, it spoke volume. It really did.
Mm. Safian, what do you think?
Well, when I usually stay out of people's business, but when I saw this, I usually go to the Impressive channel. I don't know if nobody's familiar with that. And
Yes,
she has
Not so
all
impressive.
the
shout
accuracy.
out.
She's not biased. I don't know who this lady is. She says
Sometimes,
things very. You feel like she's biased?
yes, to
Well,
Cardi B, to yes, she is. She is sometimes, but we all have our biases.
Bias.
So
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that we all have our biases, but sometimes she is a little bit. But on this topic, I agree with you, Cynthia.
I think she was just kind of referring to like I forgot what she said, but basically like it ran its course. Nobody really knows, and people looked at them and there. She did say something about like people looked at it like a publicity stunt. Like they just kind of got together because the internet told them to, which is a lot of relationships that's going on today. I'm not gonna say no names. Some we've talked about on the G panel Thursday night, but I'm not gonna cut them too like I did the other night. So,
Ooh.
you know, I don't. Megan Good though. I can tell she's a good-hearted person. I don't know the woman personally. Never met her. Her dude don't know him from a hole in the wall. But you know, some things just run its course. We don't know. Maybe they hit a ridge in their marriage and they're just, they just figured it out. Probably went to couples therapy. Made a decision, talked about it behind closed doors, and then just made the announcement and just went their separate ways. If you ask me, that's kind of the cleanest thing I've ever seen in years. Usually be some
But that's for now.
on.
That's for now, though, because y'all
But
got
they might keep it that way because the way that statement was done, it was very Olivia Pope. Very look, let's have this clean and neat. Let's put this out like
as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So who would we want to see Megan Good with? Like we know. Well, I know of him, her husband, because he's a producer. He does a lot of things for BT. He does a lot of movies. Like the man's credits, his skills is crazy. So I mean, they could have gotten together because she needs roles. He's a producer, movie producer. It's good for the career.
Rose during their marriage.
She did. She did the one where Michael Ealy was hiding underneath her bed. Wasn't she in that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was. When she was being stalked by the white guy. He
She's
owns
actually done a lot.
Yeah, she's done a lot. She's done a lot of good roles, but they're not like we're not talking about the Avengers or something. You get what I'm saying? But she's done some good.
We ain't gonna get her in that.
So who would y'all like to see her with in the industry? Who would be a good match for Megan Good now that she's single? What y'all think? Comments. Who would y'all link Megan Good with?
Jesus, you said in this industry, it is no friends. That's why I said Jesus.
I feel like she
Kanye.
Needs...
Kanye West.
Kanye West and Megan Good. Listen, they both spiritual. He got his own church. He got his own church.
Don't do that to her. Megan deserves better. Don't do that to her. Megan deserves better. Don't do that to her.
Kanye and Megan will be good.
No, they wouldn't.
Give her.
It'd be KM. It'd be almost Kim again. See? Oh my God. This is perfect.
We don't need Megan nowhere near a Kardashian anything.
Juan, who do you like better for Megan? If not Kanye, then who?
Thank you.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think about it. I don't even know. She needs. You got to give me a second to think because I'm trying to think who's single.
Well, she dated 50 Cent. She dated 50 Cent, who is still unmarried, I believe. He doesn't like 50 Cent. He doesn't like Kanye.
Can't go back.
She was with 50 Cent. Rick Fox.
It's like Rick Fox.
He needs like Rick Fox.
Someone that's Kanye needs a black woman, but not
Megan. Yeah, for him being with
I say Megan Good.
He's privileged to say and do whatever he wants.
And she could calm him down. Think about that. Listen, he need a strong black woman to put that on him to calm him down. That's all that takes to shut a nigga up is some good cootie, okay? Some good black cootie. Okay, number one. Number two, I'm going to tell you, he got a church. He wants to be family. He wants the marriage. He wants that type of stuff. Megan Good,
he's not single though.
She looks like she could be a good stepmama to South and North and East and West. You see what I'm saying? I think she could do it. I think that's a good. I think so. We say Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx don't even want to be with Jamie Foxx.
I would say this person, but he does have a girlfriend. I would say someone like Michael B. Jordan, but he's in a situation.
Hey, how you doing? How you even get he put on team? Michael B. Jordan
he's dibbled and dabbled, but I think he's chosen.
I don't think
His
he's
time for
chosen.
now.
I
Wait,
think
I
You
have
don't think
I
he's
think that
chosen?
Harvey girl is a beard. She's a beard.
so because
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that.
no,
Child.
but I get Quan's point though. Quan is thinking A-list, Hollywood,
Kanye is
leading
A-list,
man.
A-list.
like someone that's really like clean cut, that's nice, that got their shit going right, but still maybe I feel like Megan needs or like a little bit of a hood nigga, like just a little
Kanye.
bit,
Kanye
just
got
a
Yeah, I
little.
boots
need
on the
somebody that
ground.
got money in the bank account.
Kanye too over there.
But
She
okay,
needs
so
someone a
wait,
little more stable, a little more.
Quan, what do you
Yes.
think about this person? Okay, she was just with the pastor, right? This person is also in ministry, has a little touch of the neighborhood,
Okay.
is an
Okay, Franklin.
activist, is a little bit older,
Okay.
Pastor Jamal Bryant.
I don't
Oh.
know. Huh? See, I'm a heathen, so I wouldn't know.
Wait,
I was just gonna say TD Jakes. That's the only pastor I know.
not TD Jakes.
That's the look. Listen. Look,
What he look like
I get
again?
warm thinking
So
about
wait,
saying
Oh,
the word
wait, wait,
pastor.
wait, 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 wait. This the one that Giselle was dating on Married to
no, they
Medicine.
were
The one that was
married.
slanging, the one that was slanging his dig down in Georgia while she was in
Oh no,
DC.
not him.
Oh
Okay, I
no,
know
no, no,
that.
no, no, no,
I
no,
know who
no,
you
no.
talking about. Girl, bye.
Never
I put it
mind.
with Kanye before him.
Well, I would like to see Megan do kind of like a Tracy Ellis Ross thing where she's just in Hollywood doing her thing,
With a bunch of
having
cats.
roles, yeah, realizing success and just being her own woman. I would love that for her.
I don't see that.
She
She
might
was
do that.
that. She
I feel
was
like
that.
she might, or she might go find just like a regular guy, like no one that's really in Hollywood. Just get
Yeah.
her a regular,
Like a prince.
regular guy. She
Like a
might go
prince.
white. She might go
That's
get
what
her
I was
some
thinking,
little
like Eve. I think she was
Frenchmen.
gonna pull a Eve. You know how Eve married the white prince of a nation somewhere and having her first baby. So I mean, I would think, that might work out, you know. Maybe
I
she ain't
feel
the
Congratulations
one
like
yet.
to you.
She needs to be single, definitely.
Okay.
I
All
feel
right.
She,
like I feel like she should just pull a Tony Childs and just get a nigga with a fat pocket.
I feel like she should get with Baby from Cash Money.
No,
Tony
out
Braxton.
here
What's
just
Tony
you
Braxton's
out here
ex
just
fiance?
you out
Quan is
here
like
just throwing names out.
Westwood.
At this point, because Philly Chica's out here just throwing anybody out there. She's like,
I ain't say
girl.
Little Wayne. I ain't put her with Little Wayne. I think that's like the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say that. I at least gave her Kanye.
Luckily, we have more topics. Shout out to Megan Good.
Oh, Megan, Megan could be with Pretty
Little
Ricky's
baby.
Baby Blue, but Baby Blue is going to jail for 20 months for PPP
Not
fraud.
no dang on Baby Blue. You got me.
All these I've been hearing PPP all year long.
So I got the
Ooh,
legals behind it.
I didn't do it. Now I said if there is another shutdown and they do it again, bitch, I'm racking up.
Okay, but just don't
I
get
was
caught like
scared the
Baby.
first time, but
Don't
bitch,
get
if
caught
they, if
like
they do it
Boo.
again, no, no, no. Look,
So I
Well,
got
this
Blue is too much.
some legal things about Mr. Blue here. Blue and Spectacular are part of the group Pretty Ricky. They have hits like Grind with Me and Hotline and Telephone. Um, Blue and Spectacular are brothers. The group is consisted of two groups of brothers. So Blue and Spectacular, and then you got the
Pleasure
other ones. I forgot
Kid.
their name. His real name is Diamond Smith. He's 37. He pled guilty on August 4th on one count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Took a plea for 20 months over, and he has to pay over $2.2 million in restitution and forfeiture. And forfeiture is furniture, anything of value to equal up to that value as well that they could take from you. Like I said, furniture, cars, stocks, bonds, things of that nature. Um, what was I gonna say? With the price tag, I would say Baby Blue was part of the PPP loan scam. He used his LLC throwbackjersey.com and Blue Star Records LLC to obtain PPP loans in total together $24 million by providing false paperwork and false bank statements and things of that nature. Um, Now this normally wire fraud and the accounts that he had normally one count is 20 years. He got off by getting 20 months and paying restitution and forfeiture. And why, you ask? It's because turned. He turned evidence. This was a whole scheme. It was a whole team of people that not only was he doing fake PPP loans, he was also getting other people, recruiting other people, and getting 25 up to, let me see, it was up to $2,500 on each return, totaling $250,000 of kickbacks from doing these fake PPP loans. So, Mr. Blue, I hope you're gonna be grinding with me up in federal prison for 20 months.
So he was involved with other people who
Yes.
were also doing this. In total, that was 24 million. He himself
Exactly.
did not receive 24 million. That's how much
Correct.
total was kind of uncovered in this fraud scheme.
From the entire company.
Yeah, but this is a very cautionary tale, guys, because the amount he has to pay back is more than what he received personally. So he has to pay back, of course, the money he received, but also all of the costs associated with prosecuting him. So
Correct.
you can end up owing a lot more than
you
you
received.
even defrauded the
And
government.
what you want to know what did he do with his money? Mr. Baby Blue was inside of the Harris Casino hotels. He was gambling in a way. He bought expensive cars, Ferraris. He bought different houses. He bought expensive furniture. Now he's gonna have to have nothing because anything bought with that money has to be returned back. So
On
now
top
he
of
got
that,
two
another
hots in a
million.
cot, and
Like, because he already has money, so why
no,
wouldn't he?
We don't know that
Well,
because
he
they haven't
doesn't.
hit
well,
in like
he
almost
got
20 years.
he got something. Okay, he got.
Well, the father used to manage the group, and he ran away with their money. This was on Love and Hip Hop maybe 4 or 5 years ago. They had Love and Hip Hop Miami, I believe. They were talking about it. Blue was, upset that Speck was still talking to the dad because that's the dad that took all their money. So technically, they're not. They're famous to us because we don't know their business. All we know is, seeing them on stage or whatnot. But personally, they broke. They broke.
Why they
So
on
he
Love and
did
Hip?
what he
That's
had to
why they.
do.
Why you think they on Love and Hip Hop? How
Okay.
much they paying on Love and Hip Hop? Because
Somebody said
Not
PPP
much,
me down.
40,000.
Look, y'all better be
Yeah.
careful with them PPP loans.
PPP means
Okay,
please, please, please don't
y'all
prosecute me.
better be
That's what it
careful.
means.
Look, I know it sounds cute and all, but baby,
Yes.
be careful because they will come and get you and lock your ass up.
And he
And just
turned quick.
cause they have not got you now, don't mean that they won't come get you a couple years from now
Exactly.
and be like,
So
oh
all
wait,
you drug
you remember
dealers that
back
now
then?
became the LLC, you know how many drug dealers I did? Nigga, y'all was standing on the corner 2 months ago. Now you a company. Now you all Bud LLC. No, honey,
They
no.
incorporated
You
LLC and
incorporated,
everything.
right?
Like,
No.
oh,
You a
do you
drug dealer.
guys
You got them apes, buddy.
do you guys believe that maybe they put a lot of money on his return and he's supposed to pay because of his color? Because you guys
No.
put a white person in this situation. Do you think the white person would have probably got off a little bit easier?
No, he actually did get off easy. That's what I'm saying, Sapian. He got 20 months versus 20 years on. There's another woman that actually did the same thing Blue did in Atlanta. She bought houses and things, and she's actually doing years. She's doing jersey numbers for what she did, and she actually took more than Blue did. So, and this was a corporation. He turned evidence against people that had higher amounts than him. So by him cutting that deal, that's why he got 20 months and has to pay
snitched.
back forfeitures and things like that. So he cut a deal.
I hope he in isolation because he snitched. They gonna beat
Gr-
his ass in prison.
Grind with
Okay,
I would
me
have.
at
but
the
I
prison
mean,
college
but
though.
but to Saphion's point, I do think had it been a white person, I don't think they might not have gotten the year or the 20 months. I
I'm
think they would have just got payback and like probation or something.
Right,
But
and then
I
I'm
don't think a
I'm
white person would have been going to actual jail
I'm going
or
based
prison.
off of the price, like $2.2 million. If he took less than that, and I understand that there's a little bit of cost for like his legal fees and stuff, but it's just like 2.2 million. I feel like that's doing a little bit too much because it's like if he took less than that, what is the point of him paying back 2.2 million?
Well, Sophia, I can answer that for you. I actually can. So, have you ever got locked up before? Not to read your business or anything.
No.
It's just no. Okay. So when you get locked up and you actually go to court and you actually get your bill from court, because you get a bill from your lawyer and you get a bill for court, especially if you have to pay restitution. If you look at that bill, you're paying for the fund, you're paying for domestic violence fund, you're paying for the police commissioner fund, you're paying for the court fees. Yes, you're paying for court
That's
fees.
a lot of
You're
stuff.
paying so your total ending court cost, even though you might have racked up, let's say your fine was $500, but because you committed this crime, they make you pay for everything else. So that bill adds up to $2,500. If anybody's ever committed a crime and owe restitution to the court, actually Google your Pacer account or your whatever account it is and look and see exactly what you're paying for. It's like $700 to domestic violence, $800 to violence, R word violence, people, $400 for gun violence, $300 for police commissioning, $400 for the court. That totals up to. So therefore, he had additional charges, costs that they attached on just because he was in the city of California. California has their own things, so that's why you
Oh
know,
Lord, I can
it
imagine when New
totaled up
York
more.
got because y'all know New York is the most expensive state in the world, and
Yes,
they
sir.
know they got a lot of money. They be robbing us black folk.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something.
And I'm in Philly. I'm over the bridge, so we got the same laws as y'all do. So yeah, yes, sir. If you go to jail, if you steal out of Walmart, guys, and your can of cat food was only $3.40 here in Philly, expect to pay $2,000 back to the court for that $3.40 can of cat
And
food.
it's not worth it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like not stealing, but I understand because like
Not at
people.
all.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because people, if you're homeless, there's people that's homeless ain't got nothing. Like you got
Correct.
like people are put in positions. Nobody's born in no mansion. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
This system was designed to break us as black people, Spanish people, anybody that is not
That's
white.
right.
So it's like they put us, which I'm not saying Baby Blue was innocent. I'm not talking
Hmm.
about that. I
Yeah.
just feel like they're putting us in a position to where it's like you set all these laws for us, but y'all don't even go by these laws when it comes to a white person or
That's
justice. But
right.
when it comes to a black person that did this because they have no way to survive, now it's we want to look at the laws and this and the third. There was a whole white dude that they purposely killed, voluntarily killed two innocent people in like the rally. I think that happened with George Floyd, I think
Hmm.
last year. He got
Hmm.
off. He's
Hmm.
on
Yeah, we
TV
talked
Kyle
about
shows.
it on
Rittenhouse.
There's
the
people that are like, "Oh, I
Yes.
can't."
Yeah.
So what's his name? Kyle Ritter or something like that. People
Rittenhouse.
praising
Kyle
him. I'm like, "Are
Rittenhouse.
you
show.
kidding me?" He
Hmm.
in his own TV show for killing two people purposely, and I think they were
Hmm.
white. So it's like, how is he going to do that? But if it was a black person, it's just like 50
So with
years to
that
life.
with that knowledge, Safian, my mom, God rest her soul, I love her to death, but she's always told me and my brothers. I have black brothers that's 6'4" and 6'8" that are big black men that will look intimidating walking towards you, but they're teddy bears. You get what I'm saying? My mom has always said that there are two sets of law books, one for the whites, one for the blacks. If you're gonna commit a crime, understanding that you are accepting that law book for the blacks. So understand what you get ready to do. Know the consequences. If you finna get out here and say, you know what, okay, I'm gonna go rob this bank, whatever. Understand that you're not gonna be tried as a white person. You're not gonna get a jury of your peers. You don't know none of those 12 people. Jury of my peers is 12 of my family members that knew me since I was born and can judge if I was doing something wrong or right. I don't know these 12 people. The system is not made up for us. So stay out of it. That's my point. You get what I'm saying? Stay out of it. If you
Yeah.
don't like
That's
it,
why it's
either
not.
stay
That's
out of it
why.
or get into
And
office
I
and change it.
I also want to say that there are opportunities available for us that a lot of times we're unaware of, so we're not taking advantage of them. The
Hmm.
PPP loan incentive is actually a great thing for people with, qualified businesses. This was an awesome opportunity for, for everyone, including us. So, shout out to those people who, got out there and, got what they needed for their legitimate business, was able to grow their business, in a COVID economy. And shout out to them as well, because everyone didn't go about it in this
Especially
way.
black owned. Especially black owned. You took what you needed. Blue
Yeah.
took too much. He got greedy. He didn't need that. When you start forging stuff and making up stuff to get it, it's not earned right. It's not earned the right way.
A lot of y'all took too much.
The period.
Yeah.
Period. And that's why we ain't got it today.
I know a few of y'all. I'm like, girl, now you know damn well
You ain't
you ain't got no
corporation.
business. I know people was making shit up like, oh, I sell candles now. Oh, I sell sneakers now, and I'm like, bitch.
I told you it was
Girl,
her
you don't get up and go to work like the
And
rest
let
of
me,
us.
I'm like, what?
Like, if you don't get up and go to work like the rest of us and make it legitimately, like,
my dealer told me I had to go on the website to order. I'm like, when? Since when you got a website?
And to those people, actually sell candles. You can do that. Actually have a website. You can do that. You can do all of these things. Just go about it the right way, and you can really empower yourself.
And nowadays, like you said, Home to Be, you're right. It's a lot of programs that have been made for us that we can tap into. It's a lot of I think you would notice too, Home to, but I think this is true. If you're a first time home buyer and you're African American, there's a grant out there for you.
You can give $55,000 as a down payment given to you.
For being us. You get what I'm saying? For
Right,
being
which
first
is
time buyer, for being us. And that's just
absolutely.
we have opportunities, but just don't take advantage of them, because it takes one to break the whole thing. Now we ain't got no PPP. I ain't got my bud money. Y'all messed it up for everybody. Like,
More topics, guys. Make sure you're giving the video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for being here. We see you
if
guys
y'all
in
can
the
get y'all
chat.
PPP loan, what would y'all buy? What's the first thing y'all buying when y'all get y'all PPP loan? Comment. And nobody better not say no gold teeth, because I'm fighting whoever say it.
Nah,
They should use it to pay their employees.
I'm throwing that shit in my savings and going off what I make.
I am my employee.
I know that's right, Cynthia.
I am the only employee.
I'm paying myself. Quan said I'm paying myself, and I'm giving myself a raise.
We won't need PPP loans. Hopefully, this COVID thing will, is coming to an end sometime soon.
No, Marion coming.
Well, speaking of COVID, they was it the FDA approved the pill and authorized that you are able to take the pill for COVID. What y'all think? Y'all taking the pill? Y'all not taking the pill?
I ain't taking shit.
I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, this happened this
week. That it's too they got too much of these. First, we had to get a shot, a vaccine. Then they made another vaccine shot. Now we got a pill, and I work in the hospital, so they're gonna make us take every single thing. I don't feel like this stuff is being tested right. I'm just sick of sticking stuff in my body and not knowing what the fuck it really is. And then I still get sick. If I have this stuff in my body, why the hell am I still getting sick? I should be superhuman to this shit. And then on top of that, we have a vaccine. We have 2 vaccines. And then we about to have a pill. Why are y'all about to shut the country down? Whoever didn't get the vaccine or the pill, make them stay in the house. That's how I see it.
That part. Let them catch COVID and die. I'm just saying, it should be your prerogative. If you want to catch it, it should be your prerogative. I'm just saying. I don't think it's tested. I don't think none of these things are tested as they should have been. Granted, the CDC has done this for years. It's probably been in the works for years, and we're just hearing about it as the public. But what I'm hearing, the information, the lack of information, because I don't believe everything is peachy keen. There's always a black and white side to everything. They're not telling you the side effects. I don't want to take this pill and then turn around. I have a damn tail come 2 days later, and I gotta explain to my husband why is the tail going on my ass. But I ain't got COVID.
But I ain't got COVID. Have to explain that. But to provide more information about this pill, it was developed by Pfizer, who also developed at least one of the vaccines. And this week, it was approved by the FDA. Now, the actual drug, the pill, is called Paxlovid. And it is for patients 12 and over who are vulnerable to becoming severely ill if they catch COVID. So people who are older, people who have medical conditions, people who are obese or have diabetes, this pill is
Damn.
for them.
What
Now,
about me?
now, now Pfizer is saying that that it should be safe for those who are vaccinated and those who are unvaccinated. And at the time that they developed the pill, it was when the Delta variant was the one that
Okay.
everyone was kind of concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
Now with the Omarion, they are saying that it should be effective against that variant as well. So this is a pill given to people who could become severely ill if they get COVID.
But I would like to know the side effects. See how they give you all of
Hmm.
that information, but they're
Yeah.
not telling you if you're gonna grow a Rick Ross beard 10 days after taking it. You
Is this
get what
like
I'm
an
saying?
everyday, like this a pill that I gotta take every day? Is this like a plan B, just one and I'm done?
Right.
Wait, who
How many
take
times
Plan
I
B
like?
every day though? You're not supposed to take Plan B every day. That's a
No,
little.
but I'm saying no. I'm saying like a plan B pill is one and done. Is this like I
Well,
gotta have like a prescription and take it every day at a certain time and like
so there
what's
so
this
there's a
pill giving?
specific dosage. I don't think you have to take it every day, but the push was to get the medication in pill form because it travels better, right? Than if
Okay,
you have
I
a
can see that.
liquid in it that you have to put in a syringe, that kind of thing. So it's about the
Yeah,
delivery of the drug into the system,
and I can see that.
which is
I
why they
can see
wanted to
that.
put it
I
in
can see
pill
that,
form.
and that's why they might get me. They might get me.
Okay.
They might get me. They might because I believe that they can inject more into you in liquid form. You get what I'm saying? If they was trying to
Mm.
put like a chip in you or whatever, because the liquid form we know hits the body, the bloodstream faster than a pill
Mhm.
form. A pill form takes time to dissolve to get into your bloodstream.
That's the chip
So
right
I
there.
feel like I might be a little bit more safer with the pill, but I think that's what they want you to think. But I need to know the side effects. That's what I want to know. I need to know what I'm getting into because I
Yeah.
might think about it. I might think about it. But if we talk about I get chest hairs every 10 minutes, then no, I'm all right. I'm all right. I pass.
But don't y'all notice something? Don't y'all think it's weird how now that it's winter and it's cold as hell outside and ain't nobody going out to be around each other? Now all of a sudden we have to wear masks again. Now all of a sudden we have to take another shot. Now this pill all of a sudden just came out of no fucking where.
I would like to
And
know where
I'm
flu went.
I'm
Where did the
probably
flu go?
I'm pretty sure in the summertime, especially when I was in the city for Pride, nobody was wearing masks. It was okay to take your mask off. Now all of a sudden we got to go back to
Hey,
hovering over it. And then on top of that, they finding all this cure for this damn COVID that just came literally yesterday, but we still got no cure for HIV or herpes
Period.
or whatever the case may be. So that's why
Period.
everybody's like, you want, especially us black people, you want us to believe that the government is really trying to help us and take care of us by making up some type of disease or whatever the case may be, and then the next day having a vaccine without even properly testing it for human,
Mm-hmm.
aspect. But they don't got
K
no cure.
Potter.
There's no cure
I'm
for
sorry.
HIV. There's no cure for cancer.
Mm-hmm. K Potter, to answer your question, love, I'm thinking it's gonna be taken like the Z pack when you have the flu. Have you ever seen a commercial for the Z pack that said if you have the flu, if you're within the first 48 hours of having the flu, you could take the Z pack and they'll shorten the duration of the flu symptoms for you and you can return back to work. So I'm thinking that this pill will operate the same way as that Z pack pill will, because you're supposed to take one the first 48 hours that you having flu symptoms, and then you take the other one about 2 days later, and it shortens the virus in your body. So I'm thinking they're trying to do the same thing with, because it says you could take it either whether you when you have the COVID and before you get hospitalized. So like once you test positive for it, you could take it to shorten so you don't get hospitalized. That's what they're trying to say, I guess. But I still
Yes,
want to
they're
know,
hoping
do
it
you
will
grow hair
prevent
too?
death.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to go back outside and just be normal. I mean, I do it anyway in my own little way, but
It
It's
just
been
don't
a
make no sense to
long
me.
time.
world, like in the world, I'm just like, I'm tired of hearing about COVID every 2 days. I'm tired of
Yes,
y'all lying. I'm tired of First of all, I'm tired of y'all lying saying LA cases went up like 100% and bitch, wasn't nobody in the damn streets.
They said over here in New York, they're like, "Oh, cases is going back up in New
Wasn't
York." I'm like,
nobody getting
where?
wasn't
Nobody's
nobody getting
no,
outside.
wasn't nobody getting tested nowhere, bitch. Testing sites were empty. Where the fuck these cases come
Savion.
from?
All your people from New York is coming to Philly because we don't have that. We don't have a mandate yet. We just have a negative COVID result or a mask for any outdoor event or anything. So we don't have that just yet. So we getting a lot of New York rush here in Philly. You know what I mean? Because y'all are party poopers right now. Y'all are making people get the shot and have proof of vaccination to sit down and eat.
It's the
Like,
same
come
in
on. I'd rather
It's the
stay
same in
home.
LA.
They
Oh, I'd
It's
haven't
the
rather
done
same
it
stay
in
yet.
home.
LA.
No, no,
And like
no. I rather.
many
Mm-mm.
like clubs or like restaurants, you gotta have either a proof of vaccination or a negative test in the past, I think like 48 hours or
Come
some
to
shit.
Philly. We just need the
I'm
negative
going
test
to
and the
No.
mask.
Atlanta.
And our
Atlanta's
numbers
been
ain't that
wide open
bad.
the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like how does New York have all these restrictions and all this, that, and the third, and so does LA, but yet all the states down south is just like
Wide
where's
open.
like how if
Fuck
I
it.
was the president, I
Like
would have been like, nope, all the states is shutting down for at least like 2 weeks until we figure this out. So the fact that New York and LA have to be on a fucking leash, but these down south states get to do whatever they want. Y'all notice how
Mm-hmm.
it's in the south, right? And up north,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if we go back in
I
time, down south where all the whites and stuff was ruling, and up north
true,
was all the black
true.
people.
I'm going
Why
down
we gotta
south.
be on a leash and they don't?
I'm
I'm
going to
going down
Magic
south.
City.
Yeah,
Come
people
on,
from
Magic
Cali is
City.
going to Texas.
I
Look, I'm
kind of
going
want
to
to know.
Texas, no Cali.
I want to know though, if you are an exotic dancer, if you gotta put a mask on your face, do you have to put a mask on your cooler too, or can that be out? I'm just saying,
If I'm
because
dancing,
that's
I ain't putting
lips.
no mask on my
Technically, that's
face.
lips.
Fire me right
He
there.
said, I ain't putting no
I,
mask on. Like,
I'm
Everybody else
just
around me gotta
saying.
have a
I
mask.
mean,
I don't
okay.
even point. That don't even make sense to put a mask on and you out here ass naked, popping ass and pussy everywhere.
Put your
Like,
mask on, like
but you got your
Yeah,
damn
whatever that
ass
snapping
on
your
means.
boobs
somebody's
together.
face. Like, that don't even make sense.
It just
I'm
don't
like,
make no
I
sense.
got COVID from titty sweat.
And then it's like all these restrictions that we have, and then it's like all the cases are still going up, and we're all wearing our masks. We're all following. We have no choice to follow the rules. So we're following all these rules, but yet the numbers are still going up, but nobody's doing nothing about it. So something doesn't add up. Y'all
But
just making
Biden
this
is
up.
still like Lene said, not providing financial help. Inflation is at a record high. Has it been this high in 40 years? Okay. It's ridiculous out here. Then on top of it, we're not going to talk about how people are quitting here in Philly. They're quitting at the docks. So all of our import export, we're not getting our shipments because they've not taken that shot. You see what I'm saying? So you're losing employees, you're losing the way the world works because you want to push something on somebody. Why not back up and let them? That's their health. It's their health. If they don't want it, they don't have to get it. That's like you pushing herpes on me. I don't want it, sir. I don't want the herpes. Please.
And
Nobody
and
wants that.
Nobody wants the herpes.
Nobody wants it.
and what's messed up is that like the people that do have to show up to work like that are the accessional workers, which I'm an accessional worker,
Essential.
so I have to show up. It could be rain and fire right now, and they will be like, "We still
Mm-hmm.
want your ass to come in." So why not give
Mhm.
me extra $500 on every check that I and my coworkers get for putting our lives at risk? We
There
were
you
supposed to
go.
get that like a year ago and never did. So now they changed that
No,
to a
that I agree
stimulus
with.
check.
To a
They
stimulus.
changed for New York. They didn't. They changed that to a stimulus check
Yep.
to try not to pay us, and we still all didn't receive the stimulus check. We were all
Mm-hmm.
supposed to see it in New York State. They picked and choose who got it. So it's
That's
just
right.
like
He's
I'm at this
right.
point. I'm like, I'm about to just pack my shit
Yep.
up and move out of New York State.
And
I can't
Philly
do this shit.
discontinued the PUA loan, the PUA program,
About
and
Cali.
we're
I'm finna
sitting
pack
on
up and move.
$2.2 billion. We're sitting. Philadelphia is sitting on $2.2 billion. But and President Biden left it up to each county, each state to enact their own PUA program since he gave them the money to do it. Philly just sitting on it. They like, nope. We gonna hold out. We're gonna see what you gonna do. While our residents are starving, our residents are going without. I feel bad even talking about like Christmas and stuff like that because I know so many people that couldn't even afford Christmas this year because of that. Because their job was shut down, because the money was taken from them, and then you got in there to give them pennies to tell them you can live on that. How you gonna give somebody pennies to say you can live on that when the price of gas is $10 a gallon, dog? How
Yeah,
are they
my
supposed to
gas
get to
went
their
up.
job?
It was 50. It was like 40 from my full tank. Now it's 60, and I'm just like, Lord. And then the prices for that rent went up,
Listen,
and it's crazy. And then
Yes,
it's like, say if we go back into shutdown, especially in New York, they still want you to pay your rent. How you want me to
of
pay
course.
rent?
Yeah, there's
And this
no rental
we in
protection. Yep.
lockdown. We in like the third month of lockdown. I'm not working. Where are you gonna get your rent from? And then they evict
Rent
you.
is going to
This
go
is
up,
And I'm
guys.
getting ready to
this
take a
is
page
not
out of First Home
fair.
Tuber.
Like
That's
this
Rent
why
is
is
we need
going
not
to
up.
own.
fair.
Tuba.
That's why
Rent
we
is
need to
going
own.
up.
Okay.
Rent is going up.
Yes, yes.
And that's
Gas
why
is too
my ass needs
much.
to go
I
down south.
be gas in LA right now is between $6 and $10 a gallon. I be like, bro,
Mm.
do I really want to go
Ooh.
somewhere?
The cigarettes in Philadelphia is $14. Cigarettes.
Come
We talking
sit
about
right
Newport.
here.
$14.
Cigarettes been they been over here for that for that price. They
Some
been
What?
$14, $15. Them cigarettes been
Child, we
high
over
as
here
fuck.
dying. We like what? What? I don't
They
smoke
like,
cigarettes, but
bitch,
I'm just
if you
saying,
want to smoke
like,
a cigarette, you gonna pay a cute little penny. Over here in LA, you gonna pay a cute little penny for that good old cancer stain.
some
well,
people are blaming Biden for this. People are like we should have just kept Trump instead of keeping Biden.
oh hell no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far now. Now
But
Biden has his
I do
fault,
have
but
a
I wouldn't go that
question.
far.
What the fuck is Biden doing?
Sleep.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
is
He high as
Biden
hell.
and Kamala doing over there? Because girl,
Smoking. They got some good
Kamala.
loud.
no shade. Like I didn't like Trump, but at least he was trying to do something. At least something was happening. Biden and Kamala over there just chilling. Like it's
They
just
high. What you mean? They high. You see that man? He be like,
somebody need to
that's
wake them
that
up.
loud.
No,
Somebody
Billy,
need to
do it
wake
again.
them the
Do it
fuck
again.
up.
He be like, so my great American people, I have seen the numbers, and like I said, get the shot.
That is hilarious.
He be listen, Joe be on that loud. I understand it, Joe. Just don't eat your edible before the press conference, bro. That's it.
I just need them to do some more actions. Have I need some results.
I
Yeah,
low key, and I had a
we
little
all
What
do.
theory.
happened? I
I
need
low
some
key,
results.
I think that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden came up with this plan because he knew that American people would never vote a black woman as president. They wouldn't even vote Hillary Clinton, that was a white woman, as president, let alone a black woman that's a double negative as president. So I think that he knows that his time is limited. Okay. I think that we're watching the last days of Joe Biden. And like he did for one day, Kamala Harris was president because he had to go unconscious for a colonoscopy or something, a
Right.
medical procedure. And she was our president for an entire day. Because when the acting president is unconscious and incapable of doing his duties, the vice president, which was Kamala Harris, will step up and take his place. So we did have a black president, y'all, for one whole day, and the world still ran. Thank you very much. So I just think that that's a little plan that if something was to happen to him, we'll have our first black president, female black president, by way of Biden kicking the bucket. God
I
forbid.
hope so, cause girl,
But I need DC
He said, I hope so.
to do something. Congress, Senate, whoever, y'all need to do
yeah,
something.
Congress need to get their
Y'all
shit
sitting there
together
sleep.
because
Okay,
they
Miss
blaming.
what's that old white woman? Is it Nancy, the one in front?
Pelosi,
Nancy
Nancy
Pelosi.
Pelosi.
I'm about tired of that bitch too. She needs to do something too. I'm about sick of
It's
her too.
Mnuchin. It's Steve Mnuchin.
I'm
He's the one, the
whoever,
Republican that's holding this stuff up, dog. Like Mnuchin. Good.
somebody
Like,
needs to get in
like,
there and do something
mhm.
and figure it out. Like I'm about to call Olivia Pope to blackmail a few of y'all so we could just
Period.
get some
Come on,
shit
G
moving.
Piano. I think me,
Cause
Quan, First
baby,
Home Tuber, and Sapia, I think we could do this. We gonna run up there at the Capitol and say, "Give me our money."
American people, we got you.
How do
We
you
Vote
feel
got
for
you,
about?
us.
American people,
How do you
and we
feel?
wide awoke.
And don't forget official campaign.
Campaigns. Listen, I said the G panel. We
The
the
Thank you.
whole
whole G
Sit
panel, the
cabinet.
there and
whole
be
The whole
Crown
like,
cabinet.
family.
The
Whole
whole
Crown family.
cabinet.
What's good? Crown family. Drop some crowns if y'all with us. We're gonna run up on the Capitol. Like, what's good, y'all?
How do y'all
be
feel
so
about the
fun.
white people running up in the Capitol and them letting them do it versus it just being
Good.
a whole group of black
They're
people?
I
beginning. They're
watched.
beginning to be prosecuted and sentenced. A few of them have received verdicts in their cases, and of those, I think a couple have been sentenced so far. It's very interesting, though, as the stories come out about the people who participated in that, because they are from all these different walks of life. They represent different organizations, different forms of leadership. And so it's really interesting if you ever have a chance to like get into the who those people were. It's
Hmm.
quite
It's
interesting.
eye opening, and it's not what you think. It really
Yep.
isn't, because there's some of them I found out. I was like, "This is
Conspiracy
what."
theory. It was
It was a distraction, I think,
it was a distraction.
from the point.
But
Yeah.
we ain't gonna dwell too much on DC and the politics and the government. Government, get your shit together, Democrats and the other
Hurry
ones.
up.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
Hurry up.
But moving on because they call it Miss Mama's a scammer. Miss Cardi B and
No.
her new line of dolls that were supposed to be, I believe that they were supposed to be shipped in October.
Yes.
However, it was released that they will not be shipping due to poor quality.
No.
There was something about COVID in there. And I
So
know
they
Philly
were
Chica
supposed to
bought
be.
two of them. She mad. And the girls are like, girl, we want our dolls. We want a
Yeah.
refund. We want something.
So I
What's
bought
going on,
two.
Philly?
I
Hmm.
bought two dolls. They were supposed to come out in July, actually. But they got pushed back to October. Then got pushed back. It kept getting pushed back. And the reason being is the company that Cardi chose to do these real women are dolls. These are dolls that are modeled after real women. Careers. Cardi wanted to make a whole line of dolls that look like her, that her daughter could play with, that also embodied strong black women or women of culture in their professions, whether you're a nurse, a firefighter, a doctor, whatever. She wanted to make the dial for that. Now, what happened was the company Real Woman R, they could not handle the mass supply and demand. Think about it. This is Bel Khali's Amatar Feces. This is Cardi B's doll that's coming out. So therefore, people flew. It was sold out within minutes before her announcing it, and they could not take care of that rush of demand. Then, when they did try to put out a product for Cardi B to approve, she would not approve of it. It was lackluster. The eye was cocked to the side. It looked like one of these content creators on here. The eye go over there. The eye was messed up. The hair was messed up. You know what I mean? And this is representing her. So I'd rather her not put out a product and refund my money than me getting something rushed and falling apart and not worth the money I spent for it coming from the brand. So I understand the business part of it for her to scrap it, but it does not mean to scrap for good. This just means she has to find a different manufacturer that's going to put her vision to light and get it out to her customers, her fans, the right way as if she wanted it done, not the way that other people think it should be done. So that's
So
that.
what was
I
as a
definitely agree.
customer? So Philly, since you were actually a customer as
Mhm.
well, what has been your customer experience with the doll? Since you said you pre-ordered it, right? Were you
Yes.
refunded? How is that happening?
Okay, so everything was pre-ordered. I got the two deluxe dolls that came with the deluxe things. I got one for myself, one for my daughter. The other one's for me. Um, but basically, it was easy breezy as far as checking out and things. But when it comes to communication with the actual company, because of course July I came around, I didn't get my order. What's going on? Is there a backlog? What's going on? They do not respond. They do not respond back at all. Cardi B was tagged and told about this. They weren't even responding back to her. So therefore, mind
Wow.
you, this is the one that's bringing you the product, and you're not responding back to her. And then when they did, they gave her a product that was lackluster, not even up to par. So that's that company's fault that you missed out on a real big opportunity, because they could have continued to manufacture these dolls under the Cardi B stamp. But you screwed the pooch. You get what I'm saying? You messed it up. So I did get a refund of my money as soon as Cardi B announced that the dolls are going to be shelved until a later time. Within 72 hours, my money was back onto my card. So I did get my refund back. I urge you guys to get your yes, Cardi, yes, she was like getting money. I do urge you guys to have your proof of purchase, whether it's a screenshot, form of emails, or your order number. Contact them immediately, and you should be getting it's like an automated response immediately, and then after that, you'll get your money back. It could take up to 7 days, but mine took overnight, really.
Wow, this could have been a really big moneymaker. It sounds like they timed the rollout for right before Christmas.
Correct.
So I'm just thinking of, had this, had the rollout been successful, this probably would have been millions of dollars for Cardi and this company.
Correct.
Definitely.
But
I
I
just
It's a
appreciate
lot
her
of
for the
money.
quality
understand.
control.
I don't understand how the company didn't realize this is Cardi B, so we're gonna have probably millions of orders. So you should have
Hmm.
already been prepping to know, like, okay, we're gonna have millions of orders. So we need to make sure we got our shit in line so we can meet our
Exactly.
deadlines or something. Now I know I've worked with warehouses and I've worked with a company starting from the ground up. So I know shit happens, it gets pushed back. But if it's supposed to come out in July, then they got
Hmm.
pushed back to October. Now it's
Hmm.
like, oh, it's just not coming out. It's like y'all really dropped the ball.
The ball.
Like
In the
Yep.
bag.
y'all really,
Yep.
really dropped it. And y'all should have
Yep.
at least been able, prior to signing contracts, I'm sure there was at least a prototype made. So you
Yes.
knew what to make, how
Yes.
long it would take. Because I'm sure Cardi signed off on at least a prototype. So
Correct.
you knew exactly how long it took to make each doll,
Correct.
what products you needed, this and that. I feel like
Right.
they just slacked. Like they just really dropped the ball, and it
And I'm
sucks
gonna play
because
devil's advocate a little bit. I think also with the um shipping and import export problems with materials, maybe they didn't have the same materials they could have gotten when they made the mock-up. Does it make sense?
Mm.
Maybe certain materials became unavailable because of the state of the climate of the world and things. So therefore they tried to I saw that little leg crying. But maybe they tried to substitute it, and the substitution was subpar. Does it make sense? So that's,
yeah,
I could see that
that's
happening too, you know. But I just
possible.
happy
That's very
that
very
Cardi
possible.
B is very much focused on her brand and what she puts out with her name attached to it. And I appreciate that, because it could be a money, like you said, it's a lot of money involved. She could have just rushed that doll out, and everybody could be talking about how janky this doll looks. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah, she
So
could have pulled a Natalie Nunn real quick.
correct. Now, oh, I want to fight Natalie, man. That's another story.
But I am thankful that she is very aware of what comes out under her name. I
Correct.
wish we could get another album, Miss
It's coming.
Miss Carly.
Listen,
This
listen.
girl,
I feel
this
like she gonna hit us. It's just gonna happen, and we're gonna be
is
all sitting there like,
album.
I'm waiting for Rihanna to drop her album in Caesar.
Yeah,
Yes,
we can do
Riri, it's
that.
been 10 years again.
But y'all notice how these artists are doing stuff outside of music, like having their own line. Like Rihanna has Savage Fenty,
love
Beyonce has
Savage
Ivory
Fenty.
Park. I noticed that like they're going to where also other monies reside because they're starting to see
Hmm.
like when they retire from music, they want to have some other type of income, and that's some good hustling. So
Hmm.
Cardi doing this is just
And
like
Cardi got
I'm
the Cardi
starting to
B
see
classics.
when these younger
Hmm.
people like NBA Young Boy, Little Baby, y'all need to start taking notes because all that money y'all get, y'all spending on these chains and shit just for y'all to walk down Crenshaw and get it snatched off your chain, or you get robbed and all the other stuff. Y'all be flossing on social media like y'all got it like that. 5 years from now, what are you gonna show for? All you got is plaques.
There you go.
Who knows? You probably have to pay for to keep in Grammys and plaques monthly. I don't know.
And
So
it's
make sure
rented
you save
jewelry.
your money when you get a lot of money and put it in your saving, and make sure you invest in that. Like what Cardi's doing, what Rihanna's doing, what Beyonce is doing. You know, like take
Hmm.
note. Be smarter.
Yes,
Like
I got me a couple of pairs of Cardi Classic, Cardi B Reebok. Them joints is banging. I must say, I was skeptical at first because of how they look on the actual picture, but on your feet, dog, they lit, lit. So I mean, it's just like I appreciate that now. I know when I get something from Cardi B, it's gonna be a good brand. It's gonna be good. You know what I mean? She's not gonna put out BS material, stuff that's gonna break down or catch fire as soon as something sparks. So I applaud her for that, and I hope other people, like you said, Stacey, I do the same thing. You know what I mean? Do the same thing. Get you a brand. Your name is just your name. Start making that mean something. Leave a legacy, other than some rented jewelry and busted lines.
You definitely need to, because even as just as an artist, you don't make that much money anymore off of your sales or your
Yeah.
streaming. You really make money off of touring, which
Hmm.
with
right.
COVID right now, you can't tour that much.
And then
Exactly.
when you get that big check, you gotta realize the last person to get paid is the artist. The first money
Hmm.
goes to the company, like let's say Sony Entertainment, their
Hmm.
lawyers, your lawyers, your bosses, the CEOs, their
Yep.
bosses, your manager, the people
Yep.
that wrote the
For
song,
everybody.
producers. That's why when people go, that's why everyone wants to write their own stuff. So it's like dropping some knowledge, like just make sure you have your hand in stuff that has your name in it.
That benefits you,
And when
and
you
that
get
is
that
good for
money,
your brand.
right, and when you get that money from whatever you make off of a song or an album that hit big, you save that and then you try to invest in a clothing line or a
That's
shoe line.
right.
So even though Kanye is crazy, look what he's doing. And look who
That's
he's
right.
married to.
Yep.
Something, some property, but something. Call
And
First
I
Home
like
They
Tuba
that.
ain't
and
that crazy.
buy like a couple blocks of homes.
Period.
At
Something.
least.
Yeah, like
And
make an
try to
apartment for
balance,
people
yeah.
that have low make an apartment for people that have low income, black people, Spanish people. You can make
That's
money
where
off
it's
of that
at.
while you have your clothing line while you're making albums. So if the world
That's
shuts
where it's at.
down,
That's where it's
There are
at.
actually several young people in the music industry who have bought lots of land and lots of property that I featured on my channel. Like Ari bought acres for Moneybag
Mhm.
Yo.
Mhm.
Who's the gentleman? I can see him. He has lots.
Offset bought
Young Thug.
villas in Offset. He also bought villas for Cardi in Dominican Republic.
That Young Thug,
yeah, that's a good
Janae
one.
Aiko, all of these
Mhm.
young artists, they are buying property. They are
Mhm.
buying
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
So
More
artists,
period.
be smart out there. And speaking of artists, one of my favorite artists, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Let's check with you
I
next.
love me
Ooh,
some
Yes.
Janet Jackson. I don't play
the
about her.
queen.
I
I'll
know.
be so
I got
Janet
every
Jackson.
Janet Jackson CD right across my room right now as we speak. I got
Okay,
She
so
did
what's
Velvet.
an
your favorite?
interview.
Come on now.
I got Rhythm
Oh,
Nation,
Oh.
Janet, Velvet Rope, All for You.
Mm.
Like the list goes
Velvet
on.
Rope Tour was the best, and I said what I said. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Quan. Go ahead, Quan. Go ahead, Quan.
saying she did an interview where she was breaking down some of her most iconic music videos, and she was really just giving some insights into stuff. My most favorite one was the one with her and Busta Rhymes,
I knew you was gonna say
and
that.
she
You took
said
it.
that in the video it was a moment where she like licked at him, and we all thought like, oh, she about to kiss him, but she said that they put something on like her mole and it
Hmm.
fell on her lip, and she
It
was
was a
just
little
licking it
diamond
off.
stud. Hmm.
Yes, and she was just licking it off, and they
Hmm.
ended up keeping that in the video, and I was like, bitch, I never would
Yes.
have thought that.
So Janet did
Like,
9
yes.
days ago. Janet did an in-depth interview with the Lore magazine where they put up her most iconic videos, and she gave insight and back little knowledge about the videos that we wouldn't know. And as Quan was saying about the Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes "What's It Going to Be" video, there was a diamond stud on her mole. I didn't know Janet has a beauty mole there. She's been at it, and different videos she's highlighted it or have hit it. But in that video, it was supposed to be highlighted and it was sliding down her lip. And they had been shooting for 12, 14, 15 hours straight. She didn't want to mess up the shot, so she licked it and put it on her tongue. But it came off as if she was about to lick Busta Rhymes' face. Also, that outfit is all cock rings.
Yeah, she
She
said
has
that.
cock rings up and down her outfit and on her nails. You know, so that this right there. She also talked about present principle. She talked about one of the videos where they actually used Michael Jackson's elephant and giraffe, and they
Together
didn't want to
again.
tell her. I'm sorry.
Together again.
Together again, yes.
Mhm.
And they didn't want to tell her that Michael's giraffe got away, and they had to find it. So, but they found it and returned it safely. You know, it's
Ooh,
just so
how
bomb
you
when you
lose a
guys.
giraffe?
How you lose a
Can
How
you
you lose a
imagine
whole
trying to
giraffe?
catch the
How you
giraffe?
lose a giraffe, though? How do
child?
you
I
lose a
would have
giraffe?
been freaking like, listen, 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 like the Toys R Us giraffe. Where you at, Jeffrey? Where you at?
How do
And
you
it was
catch
a.
the giraffe though and get it back like that? Like
That's what I'm
who?
saying. And it was
I
the
can't
giraffe and
imagine that.
elephant that Elizabeth Taylor actually gave Michael Jackson. So, like, how you lose a gift of a
Actual
gift?
elephant.
But I encourage everybody after the G panel to go check it out. It's on the Lore magazine. It's Janet Jackson breaking down, like I said, her most iconic videos. Um, I mean, I love the whole interview. I love seeing things like that. Stuff that we think are like, oh, she did that on purpose. Oh, she moved like that on purpose. Turns out it was an accident, you know. So it's kind of cool. I like that. And she gives a lot of props to the makeup artists, the stylists, the producers, and
Choreographers.
choreographers, the lighting, people that don't
Choreography.
normally get they shine. Because it's hard to do hair and makeup on a moving artist like that and keep it so cinematic and keep the essence of Janet, but still keep your integrity too. So it's really hard, you know. Um, First, Tuba, what did you like about the interview?
I just love that in 2021 we're having a moment remembering how much of a legend Janet Jackson is. I
Yes,
think we all need to not forget that she's a
never.
legend, an icon, a queen. And
Yes.
I love that she's having a moment right now to reflect on the work that she's done. This is quality work, right? This is
Hmm.
before when videos, were cinematic and creative
Yes,
and interesting. You couldn't, just like have a bunch of twerkers. Shout out to the
that's
twerkers. We
right.
love you.
Yes. Hmm.
But yeah, but the amount of work and expertise and skill and talent that went into those works. And I love that Janet has always been like this. I love that she shouts out the creatives that, contributed to the final product. I remember she did one award show where she performed with all of her famous choreographers from Lorianne
Yes.
Gibson to I don't know the
Yes.
names of all of them, but they all performed with her.
Fatima.
I love that.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What performance was it, if you can remember?
It
That
it was
was
I'm gonna send it to you, but it was amazing. She did
VMAs.
all
I think it was the VMAs when they
Was
yeah.
redid Scream.
And I
Oh,
remember because
right.
It was the VMAs because I think it was like an
Michael was a
anniversary of
hologram.
yeah,
Scream, or it was
Mm-hmm.
the
Oh, the
anniversary
Michael
of
Jackson
Michael.
VMA, the
Yes.
2009. I
Yes,
remember that time when I
yes.
watched it. Yeah, that was one of the best
Up
VMAs.
there
it
was
was great.
all like her
That's
favorite
going down.
choreographers.
Word.
She spoke about the Scream video as well. She said the shoot was only supposed to take a day. It actually took 7 days because her and Michael was having so much fun dancing together for the memories of them dancing when they were younger. You know, that's her bigger brother, that's her older brother. Them two are the closest out of the family, was the closest out of the family. And another little in that interview, I picked up something. Now I don't know if you guys picked up that Janet doesn't like all of the corsets,
She
skin
doesn't.
showing. She doesn't like all that. She loves
Yeah.
tomboy clothing. She loves hoodies and baggy jeans. So that's something to be said that, you know, women, we don't like all that all the time, guys. We don't. It hurts. It hurts to suck it in and snatch it in and all that. And then you gotta sit and look pretty white. It hurts.
Especially in her older videos, like especially with the Rhythm Nation era, like she wasn't really as much as exposed, especially the Rhythm Nation video. You see how she got
Exactly.
that whole suit, and then
Hmm.
Escapade she had on like something, and
Hmm.
Pleasure Principle she had on like a shirt and then some
Exactly.
jeans. And then when she went into the Janet era, she kind of got a little bit sexier. It was kind of like how TLC went from the baggy clothes from their first album going into Crazy Sexy Cool. She kind of
Escape as
followed that,
well.
but in her own type of, style. And that's what I kind of like about it.
Yeah, I think like first home people said, she needs her flowers. I am actively putting a petition up for Janet to do a verses. I don't care if it's with Missy Elliott or Mariah Carey or
We
Beyonce. So far,
do.
everybody's saying Beyonce.
Who verses with?
Janet and
Yeah.
Beyonce.
I think Mariah and Janet should go against each other.
Okay, say
Mariah
Beyonce.
and
I want
Janet.
Mariah and
Okay.
Janet.
That's some more. Mariah and Beyonce
I can
should
see
knock her
Mariah
off.
and Janet.
No, I said Janet and Beyonce, not Mariah and Beyonce.
But Janet Jackson came out before Beyonce. That's why
It
I feel
doesn't
like
matter. It's about the hit. It's about the hit. We're not talking about who came out who. If Janet picks 20 of her good songs and Beyonce do 20 of her good songs, that's going to be a battle. That's going to be a battle. I love Janet. Don't get me wrong. I love
Beyonce is probably gonna win. But remember, she
Nah,
got
I think
Destiny's
Janet.
Child.
Take Destiny's Child out. She can't do Destiny's Child. Janet
Bobby
didn't
Brown
have a
did New
group. She
Edition.
can't do a group.
Wait, how she can't do Destiny's Child when that pretty much was her?
Janet
Right.
didn't have a group, but Beyonce came out with her own Dangerously in Love. She can go from Dangerously in Love on. She ain't
She's
got to
not gonna do
include
that.
She ain't got to include Kelly, Michelle, and them. We don't need them right
You
now.
know her ass gonna bust out to Say My Name real quick.
Yep. But
She
then
gonna bust out
Janet
to
can
Say
hit
My
back when I
Name
get
and
so
Bills, Bills,
lonely.
Bills.
Say my
She
name or I
did.
get so lonely. Come on, y'all. Come on, comments. What y'all
Say
with?
My Name.
Ooh.
Say my
But
name or I get so
That's my
lonely.
favorite song. Yeah, Say My Name. The music video.
That is so hard. Wait.
That's
You
a
know
say.
Say my
something?
name or I
That's
get
a
so
Janet Jackson. I get so
lonely.
lonely all day.
We cannot compare Janet to other contemporary artists.
Ooh,
I'm
I would have
sorry.
to go with I would have to go with I Get So Lonely. I'm sorry.
thank you,
Destiny's Child.
Quad.
I'm
That's
sorry,
a
be
that's
honest. I'm sorry.
over.
Sorry.
Say my name. Say my name.
You know who will go good
Are
together?
you doing the pose? Are you doing the
You
pose?
know
Yes.
who
You doing
will
the
go
pose?
good
Say my
together?
name. Say my name. When no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. If you ain't playing games,
Do
Y'all
it.
know that
no.
y'all know that was also an accident too, right? When they were posing for the video, that wasn't supposed to be the original video.
Correct, because they
Yeah.
had a dance thing, but Farrah couldn't dance, so they had to do the whole
Sarah and Michelle couldn't dance, so Beyonce was like,
right.
"Girl,
That
just
video,
pose.
here's a fun
Just
fact.
pose."
Here's a fun fact. When I was talking to Latoya on the IG Live, I asked her about that video. I didn't care for the drama, wasn't trying to go there. But because me and my friend, we love Destiny's Child and I love Latoya. So I asked her, I was like, was that supposed to be the original thing for Say My Name? She's like, actually it wasn't. We were in talks about it before everything had happened. And we were supposed to do a different type of video, but after I got kicked out, then that's when what happened. So that wasn't even supposed to be the original video for Say My Name.
So listen, if you got Survivor
Happened though. I'm
versus
glad it
If,
happened.
Survivor and If, that's all I'm going to say. That's I'm gonna put that right there. Survivor versus If.
I can't. I can't
I
do
can't
this.
either.
I
Because
got
we're
If all day. Okay, look. Listen, y'all. Get the petition, sign the petition. You're gonna see it coming around, Philly Chica. We need Janet on some verses. I don't care if she do it by herself.
What
You
if she
get what
went
I'm saying?
against
I don't
Madonna?
care. Huh?
What if she went against Madonna or Mariah and Madonna went against
Madonna,
each other?
no. Madonna, no. She already
Hey,
is the culture vulture.
I don't
F
want white
her.
people in the
No.
verse.
this is
Madonna
the
can go
problem
against
with
Justin
I
Timberlake.
verses.
No shade. Like I don't want the white people in the verses at all.
Hell
Even
no. This is
though
us.
there will be some good verses with some of the white artists that I would love to see, but I just want.
What if Britney Spears? Oh, whoa.
Barry Manilow and Barbara Streisand. That's the white verses. We talking about. We talking
Cause no
about.
shade. As far as white people, I would live for an NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys, just because
I would too.
Well,
I
that's
love.
yeah.
I would live
That's
for it.
yeah.
But we saying no.
I
We gonna
think,
keep it just us.
Yes.
and I think we should do verses where verses applies, right? I think it started with two very comparable producers, went to comparable rap acts, and then comparable, other kinds of. Sometimes it doesn't apply. Sometimes you have a Janet, you have a Beyonce,
It's for the
and just let Janet
culture.
be
It's
Beyonce.
for the
Yeah.
culture. No, let
If
me
you
tell you
do a
something.
Janet versus, it would have to be with Mariah just because
I
Or
don't
Mary
see
J.
those
Mariah
Blige.
hit
Mariah
on
fake
that
can't
hits.
dance.
level.
Like, because
Janet will
they could
smoke
just go
Mariah,
hit, fake
y'all.
hit, fake hit, fake hit.
What
And they're
about
in
Tony
the
Janet,
same.
Braxton?
Tony
And
Braxton
who?
don't have
And
a
Janet?
listen. Don't
Jackson
get me
Janet
wrong. I
versus Tony
love me some
Braxton?
Tony. I love Tony. I love Tony all day. Don't get me wrong. But Tony don't have the hits to go against Janet. I'm sorry. That's not
Someone
it.
said, "Oh, Jay-Z versus Eminem."
Jay Z and
I'll be
Nas
here for
all
Listen,
that.
day.
guys,
Jay Z and Kanye.
this
I'm
is
trying to
my
see Jay Z
new
and Kanye.
this is my new word and phrase. Unversable. Some artists are just
Okay.
unversable. Some are
Well then,
versatile, some are unversatile.
I like that word, but they did it for what's his name? D'Angelo. They let him have a whole 2 hours of him just singing his hits. They did the same thing with Redman and Method Man. They let them have a whole 2 hours. It was not Redman versus Method Man. It was Redman and Method Man. So why can't
Yeah.
we have a Janet versus Janet versus Demeter Joe? Let her verse her own albums. You get
That
what
I
I'm saying?
like.
I
One
mean that can
era
happen.
Janet,
Yeah,
another
like
What
era
if
Janet
she
hits
Janet.
make
versus
That I
Janet
can
hits.
do.
what if she
Yes,
makes it into
I
like an
like it.
actual concert? Like
That's what
performing
versus
like
kind of
a minute
is
and 30
like.
seconds of all her good hits and making it into a concert.
But
I
I
feel like
just want this.
somebody's about
Love
to
it.
do that. Somebody's
I
gonna do it.
want
I don't
this
know who, but
done
somebody's gonna do it.
before, God forbid, we lose Janet. I'm so tired of giving people flowers after their past. Why can't we celebrate them now? Janet, she's been through a lot. And after I watched that documentary on Hulu with Justin Timberlake did, that's messed up. That she took that bag and all of that while he continued to grow on greatness and do whatever he got to do. Janet deserves to be celebrated. Swiss Beats, Timberlake, get it together. Get this woman on that stage. Out of everybody that's been on there, I'm not taking nothing back from North. My girl Patti LaBelle was up there. You know, I was getting my life for Philly. But Janet
I
needs
love when
to
Patty was
be
up
on
there.
that versus stage before Beyonce, before Madonna, before anybody else. I think the next woman should be Janet Jackson, and I'm sticking to it.
Who y'all
Nice.
want to see a versus with outside of
Mary J.
Janet? Who
Blige.
else? Mary
I
Nicki
versus
see
Minaj
who?
and
Lil
Cardi.
Baby, Boys to Men, Jay-Z
Versus
versus
Cardi.
Eminem.
Boys to
Nicki
Men. I
Minaj and
feel
Little
like
Kim. That's what I want to see. And Little Kim gonna take that. That's the ill now. Not what you mean. Uh.
I thought
I don't know
Foxy
if that's
Brown was
gonna
the
happen.
Nana.
Well, yeah, Lil Kim got two people she got a versus. Foxy Brown. And if now see, I was gonna make a bad joke that was gonna get us canceled. Let me stop. Foxy
Okay,
Brown.
thanks.
I caught myself. Tuba, you warm it. You wearing off on me. You wearing off. Woo, girl. So listen.
Ain't said Lil Kim is not gonna take that.
yeah, I feel
Look,
like
what?
Nicki might end her.
The
What?
official campaign is
Versus
back in
First
Jennifer.
of all,
You
Little
know,
Kim is the
I'm here for
she
that.
is the cookie cutter. She's the mold. Little Nicki Minaj stole from Little Kim. We could do this all day. She stole from her. So therefore, if you want to be like the original, why not go against the original? Let her take it down originally. So I
What if
think
it's
But
what if
sometimes the student surpasses the teacher.
they do. And that's when you reach back and say, thank you, teacher. I got this. But you don't reach back and say, F you, teacher. Fuck you, teacher. You ain't shit. And I got this. You don't do that. You don't
what
do
if they
that.
put Little
That's like my
Kim?
kids, me raising my kids to greatness. And they turn around saying, fuck you, mom. No, we going in. We going to have a problem. You get what I'm saying? That's the problem.
What about Little Kim versus the Brat?
The fuck the bread got. Oh, excuse me.
No hits.
The Brat do got hits.
I
What
was
you mean?
good. I was
The Brat
good.
guy. The only song by the Brat that I can think of is uh
So, so,
I don't even know.
so
What do you
funkified.
like?
The Brat ain't got no hits.
She got What You Like. She got Ladies Night. She got the
Shout out
song
to the
with
Brad. She's giving us great
Chris
music.
Wait,
Cross.
Ladies Night don't count because that's with Kim.
That's Lil
What do
Kim.
you like with
They not
Tyrese?
Tyrese.
Tyrese and
What do
Tyrese
you
Joe.
like?
versus child support.
The Brat ain't got enough hits.
She don't. She don't. That's enough for
Some
me.
people have hits. People just aren't as don't remember as
That
clearly,
went
you
wood.
know.
That went
But when
double
you
wood in
start
the
playing
hood.
them, then you're like, oh yeah.
No.
So
I
Little
Not with
Kim
the
versus
brat.
Missy Elliott.
I said Janet and Missy Elliott. Everybody told me I was crazy.
I'm cool with that
Thank
because
you very
they're
much.
really good
Janet,
because those two are really good friends anyway. So
Thank you. And they have a
it'll
song
be
together.
more.
And
They
they
do, yeah.
have music together. Janet and Misty, ha ha, bet you think silly motherfucker, that song. They have a song together. So it's like, why not let Missy Elliott and Janet do their hit and then boom. See what I'm saying? I think that would shut down the internet.
I'll be okay with that.
I think Beyonce would shut down the internet.
Beyonce versus
No
Jay Z.
verses.
That's the one I want to see.
That would shut that get over like 6 million
Uh,
views on Instagram.
that'd
that
be
would be
so
amazing.
cute.
Husband versus wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I see that happening. But yes,
That'd be
Tyrese versus child
cute.
support.
Tyrese versus Jay. What about Jagged Edge
Oh,
versus 112?
They did that.
Yeah.
They did it. And
They
it
did
was
that?
corny as heck. It was
mm-hmm.
corny.
Oh, they
It was
did?
very
I didn't
corny.
see it.
Yeah, they did
It's
it. They
sad
did
because I
it.
like both groups.
Slim baby, I love you. You know, 112, a lot of them follow me too on Instagram. I love y'all. But Slim baby, you gotta drop that name, honey. You're not Slim no more. Okay? You might have to add Slim Fast or Slim Slow
Not
or
Slim Fast.
something. Because he's not Slim
Slow.
no more. I can't even like call him baby face. Baby face. His face is not baby no more. It's very much matured. So can we just call him face?
Very grown face.
Very grown face. Very Benjamin Button face. So
Do you
he had
guys feel like do you guys feel like if Aaliyah was still here, it would be Beyonce versus Aaliyah?
no,
That'd be
May
cool
no.
she
if that
rest.
happened, but it wouldn't
I
happen.
hate to say it. I think Aaliyah would have been into acting. She wouldn't have singing.
Yeah, I felt
And
like
I
I
think she
think
would have
I,
Aaliyah versus
got off of
Genuine
that.
would have been fine.
Huh?
Aaliyah versus Genuine would have been fine.
Genuine versus
Oh, me
himself.
too.
Genuine versus drinking. Like I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just gonna say I think Aaliyah would have been more into acting. I think who would have been here that would have been crazy with it. It would have been Tupac and Biggie. I think we would have saw that
Definitely.
versus. We would have definitely saw that. And I think who would have forged her own lane from TLC, Left Eye Lopez. I think she would have been. She already
she would have did her own sort of
exactly.
thing, and
She
it
would
would
have
have
been.
just been
Yeah.
yeah. I
And I
think
would
so
love
too.
to have seen a
I agree
Cardi
with that.
B and Left Eye collab because that would have been crazy.
Their
Cardi B
personalities would have
reminds me
been
of Left Eye a
good
little bit. Yep.
together.
Yes,
Yes.
that would have been
I think
a
that
good
would have been
collaboration.
awesome. Yep.
That would have been a good collaboration. hmm I'm
Which I
feeling
got
that.
in the chat, y'all. Who said Jamie Foxx versus?
Who's Jamie Foxx?
Anybody's gonna
Tank?
do Jamie Foxx.
Tank
Jamie got
versus
two.
Jamie Foxx?
Tank versus Jamie Foxx. I like that. I like that. Didn't they do
Do
TGG,
that.
TGG, or TGG together?
TGT, yeah.
TGT. It was Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank, right?
Or it could be Joe versus Genuine.
They sounded great together.
Joe
Ooh,
versus Genuine, or Joe versus
Stacey
Case,
Young.
or Case versus
Oh,
Genuine.
Stacey Young. Yes.
Forgot
I
all
like
about
it.
Case.
I like that. I
About
like that.
Case.
I like that case. That's my baby,
Or
yo.
they could have all members from TGT do a versus.
I
Tyrese
like
versus
that.
Genuine
When we
versus
gonna do
Tank.
squad versus
Right.
squad? Like you know what I'm saying? Like when we gonna do 50 Cent G Unit versus Murder
Versus
Inc. Murder
Well, we
Inc.
had a couple squads on the stage at one time, and
Okay.
bottles were thrown.
Right. I don't know if we could do that again.
Y'all think we could do a 50 Cent and Ja Rule?
We need to
Murder
have
Inc.
a
versus
squad
Ja Rule
orientation
did
first.
already.
what if they did
They didn't
something
do it
like
already.
what if they did like record label versus record label, like LaFace versus Epic, or like
Bad Boy
Music
versus
versus Bad Boy
Versus
versus
what was it? Rock Nation.
again.
Death Row.
Right. I like that. Bad Boy versus Death
Right.
Row.
That'd be a murder scene though, because
Ooh,
Suge ain't out of jail
ooh.
yet.
I'm telling you, Diddy got
Oh,
that.
Suge ain't getting out of jail.
Diddy got he
And
gonna phone it in. Suge could phone it in.
Sonia says Usher versus Omarion.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's
Usher versus Chris
good.
Brown. Not Omarion. It's Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown versus Trey Songz.
Yes.
I just see people
No.
sliding all across the
I
stage.
would rather
like-
do a Chris. I would rather do a Chris Brown versus Usher.
Yes, and Usher's gonna win that. I predict.
I feel like Chris Brown should go
Brown
against
versus
Trey
Usher.
Songz. It makes sense. They both came out at the same time.
Uh,
Even though
was
Usher
that
may
ask your
take
question,
over, not
Quan?
Usher. Chris Brown may win because he got
Y'all
more.
all
Trey
have
Song
seen.
yodeling ass.
Y'all all have seen the "Take You Down" video, right? "Take Me Down" with Chris Brown. Is it me, or you could tell he was a virgin in that video? It's just the way he was
Probably.
humping that ground. The way he was humping, he was a little stiff in the hips, like he ain't been moving it. You know what I'm saying? Watch that video again, y'all.
That was in his earlier years. He was still like what, 18,
But you was
19?
bagging Rihanna. I thought he was putting it on Riri.
Probably just coming into his sexual escapade. So sometimes when you first start, it's not perfect. It take a
Well,
little
then why
time,
put it on
a little
video?
practice.
Well, but he was stiff in them hips, boy. I was like, take what down? What you taking down? Because he was stiff. He looked like G.I. Joe.
I mean, back then it was hot. Back then, was that 09, 2010? It was hot.
So
Those
in 09 it
strokes
worked for
was
you.
hidden. And yes, in 09, those strokes was hidden.
Okay, so stiff hips were in and 09. I got
What
you.
So
about
looking back
what
at it
about
now, it's not.
what about Drew Hill versus Silk?
Baby, Safian, I like you. I really like you.
love
We get
Silk.
the music.
Yes.
Baby,
I'm here
that's
for
a
Drew.
fight.
Yes.
That's a good fight. But Drew Hill's going to win only because they got more hits. But Silk
Yeah.
wins
So
in
have
my
a
book.
moment of the thong song, just for a moment. I think just gonna
Yeah.
have one moment of the thong song, and that's it. Then
Just
you
to the
can go back.
but thighs like wet, baby, move your butt, hey. Hey, Quan, do you have a thong
I need
on
that.
now?
I, those were our topics for the day, but it is the end of the year.
Thank you for tuning in.
And so I have a question for the panel. We always doing hot topics and this and that. What was like your favorite hot topic throughout this year, or your most
Noticey
shocking?
versus.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you, it's me being on this show. That's my favorite hot topic because I was in the comments just a year ago. I was comfortable in the comments, and here I am, and I'm just so happy to have this platform. That thank you, King Payne. Thank you for allowing me to meet these wonderful people. That every Sunday, oh my God, I'm about to cry. Whew. Every Sunday, I look forward to being with you guys.
Don't
And
do
I've lost
that.
so much. I'm so sorry. I lost so much this year that I value the little things, and I value you guys. I really do. So
We value you too.
that's my big story for this year is having this platform and being around such awesome people that inspire me to level up my game. And I thank y'all for that.
Why did you do that?
Ooh,
I'm not a
right,
crybaby. Oh my God, I'm a thug. A thug don't cry. But
girl. Look.
yeah.
Oh, we love you, King.
Yes, I thank you. I thank you so much. I really do. You don't understand. This keeps me sane. It gives me more to look forward to than just me sitting in my thoughts and being sad about a lot of loss that I've lost. So, but I love you guys and I love the Crown family. And behind the scenes, you guys are just as awesome as you are on camera. And I appreciate that because I don't handle well with fake people. Fake people for me gets me locked up. You know what I mean? Because I can't deal with it. But y'all guys are so y'all are really real people. No matter where this goes, no matter where we go in life, I appreciate y'all and I appreciate y'all having a spot in my story.
Oh, we love you, Philly Chica.
Oh. All right, back to Thug. All right. I don't stay down long now. Now that's the much y'all gonna get.
Okay. First home tuber. What about you?
Oh,
I would have to say all of the positive stories that we have been able to cover because, we talk about things, I mean, things that make the news or hit the blogs are usually, either salacious or devastating. And it has been a very rough couple of years. We're dealing with this illness, we're dealing with losing people, we're dealing with the effects on the economy, on jobs, all those things. So the fact that we have been able to cover stories that were, uplifting, positive, and that we're still here. We're very blessed to have our health and to have, our awesome viewers watching us. So for me, just coming out of all of the crazy has been the best part for sure.
I love it. Yes. And love you, Crown family. You guys, we wouldn't be here. You guys are amazing. What about you, Quan?
I'm gonna say Fionn first.
Sapia.
I've been through a lot, only God knows what. The start, I was still in school, just trying to finish college, and ended up getting fired at my job I've been at for 3 years over some personal shit. But I actually ended up going back to that job, and they actually fired the people that fired me, and I ended up quitting because they was trying to come for me. But I ended up graduating, finishing with a bachelor's degree in Homeland and Cybersecurity.
That's right. Love a man with education, black man with an education. That's right.
Yeah, I was introduced to Chasing LA this year, and I met some good people so far from it. King being one of them, Quan and Jayla being one of them. I didn't get to meet. Actually, I did meet Jeremy virtually when we had the panel. I think it was on TTB. I want to say, I don't know, but yeah, and then I told King, I remember when I first seen the first episode, I remember, it's not a lot of real people that act like themselves. And he put the stamp on it that you can be yourself and still be respectful, and a lot of people look at, King as comedic relief, but I look at him as a real person that's just not afraid to be who he is. Because I take him seriously 110%, and him giving me this opportunity to be on the platform, because there was a lot of other people that have auditioned to be where we are at now.
That's right.
So so for him to actually give me that chance, and then me coming out of my shell from when we first did an audition for me, imitating him, because what I do is I like to imitate people and give them their flowers, and it's a couple people I want to do down the road too. So like me doing that with with him, and then him being acceptance of that, and that was actually when I actually really broke out of my shell to more people besides me going on stage and singing. I've done a lot of songwriting. I want a lot. It is more I want to tell you, but I'm a person where I believe it when I see it. So after I get the receipts,
that's
after the IRS don't come for me.
You gonna show us? I got you. I like that.
I will I am definitely here to share you guys with some of that journey and where I'm gonna go. Hopefully, where I'm headed to next. Because I was in church and this morning. My pastor was saying something about like you think that nothing's happening right now because you feel like where you're at, it's not going to go nowhere. But that's the devil trying to lure you to do something else. Just keep your head focused because God always has something for you. So, and I'm like, is he talking to me? Because I've been feeling like that sometimes. But that was just a sign. And you have to take those signs, and I took it. So I'm just, being patient, waiting for when it's my time. I'm gonna still be part of the Lituation. I look forward to coming here every Thursday night at 11 p.m. I be tired as hell, but I always be up here and I try to make y'all laugh. People laugh at my face reactions. Friends at home think I'm funny, so it's good. And then me first being on here on the panel with you guys, I like how this panel's level-headed. This panel's level-headed, and it's a balance. No one's messy. Nobody, we crack jokes here and we're very respectful.
We the messy side, me and Quan.
Why we gotta do this? Just a little, sometimes.
And thank you for joining us today. It's been so awesome having you here with us and borrowing you.
You're welcome.
And I'm glad I got your name right.
Meeting you guys.
Yes, I'm glad I got your name right. And please feel free to imitate me. Just when you do, don't give me the double chin because I be sitting
Oh
here
no,
trying
I
to make
don't
sure
do
my
that.
chin
I
right.
don't be doing
Okay,
that.
okay. Just you can imitate me. I love it. I love that.
Yeah, I imitated some people from the Zeus. I talked to a Roly Poly. I imitated
I
her
love
on
Rolly.
yeah, I imitated her on. We follow each other on Bigo. You know,
I love me some Rolly. Oh my gosh. We're
yeah,
gonna talk at behind the scenes about Zeus because you watched the show, right?
Oh, you go on our
Bullshit.
panel. I wasn't ripping Zeus, but I was just like, listen, I had a match on the day. Ass like y'all need to get it together.
All the
It's some
way.
personal tea that I got too, but I'm gonna keep that close for now.
Listen, Safian, if you got the hookup, tell Zeus I wanna have a conversation with Natalie Nunn.
Don't do that.
A
You're not gonna
conversation.
get to her if you do because you know she good with security. I'm gonna have to knock out security to get to whoever.
Oh, okay. Then I just
Good
catch
with
on a regular
security.
day,
Quan,
no
you know
cameras.
what, Quan? Did you get tagged for the Bad Boys Club thing?
Huh?
Did you get tagged for the Bad Boys Club thing? Because I
I
did.
did. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it. My manager
I'm not
knows her
doing that.
personally. He's like, "Oh, I feel like you blocking your blessings." I'm like, "I'm not doing that because for one, I'm 23. I feel like I'm 48. I'm not going on
Put
the
me in the
show.
bad boys club. I wanna go.
I've had
If they ain't
enough.
gonna get me signed to
Um,
Savage Fenty or
You gotta
Tiffany
be a
Co,
boy
I
to
don't want to
go.
do it.
Yeah.
I've had a me in reality TV. It was good. But I don't think it's an avenue that I'm going to keep going down. It's
Okay.
fun, it's great, but there's so much more that happens behind the scenes that never gets brought up,
That's
and it's
manipulated.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so don't get me wrong, like I'm grateful for Chasing LA. That's how I met King and how shit I got here and like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of stuff. But as far as like Bad Boys Club, I'm not doing that. If I ever do another reality show, um, it'll have to be very, very good. It'll have to be very precise
Like
and
more on the business side and a little bit more on the positive with
Yeah.
real raw drama that's
With
authentic
real.
oh
instead of just
yeah,
shit that's
yeah,
forced.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
belong on
definitely.
reality TV. I can barely censor myself for the 2 hours we do this show. So could you imagine how many times I will be canceled on reality TV? I smile too much. Y'all get this with me, but the minute I receive anger or hate this way, I am really about my fist. So
Oh,
I will be put off. So it would go for me being Bad Girls Club Philly to Cops Philly Chica. So that's just how
Like,
that would go.
"Doo."
Yeah, woo, woo, cops. I'm
Could
up
y'all
here
see?
running.
Could y'all see King on Bad Boys Club? He wants to probably do it.
No,
I can
no.
see him on Zeus, but
On
I
I
hear
there, but
don't.
King is better than that show, but
That's why.
don't think that'd be a good move for him. Like
That's why. Let
I
me tell
think
you,
he is better than
from what
that show.
that no having hairline cockroach said about him, you know what I'm saying? Um, I really feel like Kingpin exercises a lot of restraint and a lot of patience with people because he could really air them the fuck out, but he don't want to. I think being put in that pressure cooker situation like that will force him to be portrayed in a light that he's not normally, that we don't know him as. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that will give him a name that doesn't befit him. He's not a mean person. He's not an
right.
evil person like that. So, and they will try to make him the villain. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want that. I didn't really like it for Chase in LA. I didn't really like it, but I respected it, and he handled that. He handled that like a G all day. You know what I'm saying? Even got Missy Elliott following him. But for you to think that that was even a dig, I wanted to come through the computer and read him to the floor myself. So I see the restraint and the patience that he even held with that situation. I just don't see him being on Zeus and with it's bigger. It's a bigger platform. It's gonna be more manipulative things going on behind the scenes. It's times 10. Chase in LA times 10. And I don't want to see Kingpin be portrayed in a light that does not befit him. Does that
Or
make
any of my
sense?
friends go on there, including King. If I feel like if I watch it, that first episode, if I ain't feeling it, when it comes to that reunion time, LA is one flight.
I
They
know
be
that's
playing
right.
people are people not from the hood and they don't got no shots, no callers. I'm just saying,
Hey, safety, y'all pick me up because we right over the bridge. So
right?
me and you hop together.
okay.
Look, y'all better come through. Y'all better come through, come through, come through.
That's right,
But
Kingpin. He says that's why we have our own platform, so people can't just tell us our story. And wait a minute, I got to just tell our
Hit the
story.
fan.
boom.
Bam.
Period.
Okay.
And that's Periana to the what, y'all?
To the
Period.
freeway.
Yay.
Period. There you go. There you go.
The pussy
The
hoe
king
Hoka
has spoken.
never.
A pussy hoe
can
could what?
never.
Always
There you
never.
I want to ask
always.
y'all something. How do y'all feel about chasing Dallas and how it ended? And how do y'all
I
feel
was
about
waiting for
Imani Van
somebody.
Zap and how she dragged Chase in LA? But look at what happened to Chase in Dallas. Because King was the only one that went on there and checked her. Everybody else, besides Quan and Jayla, you know, everybody else was just on there just acting like they don't know what they did when they went to go interview her. They was trying to be on their best behavior. Kingpin was the only one that checked her. Jayla
That
checked her
checked her,
too.
yep,
You
yep.
know,
But everybody else
Quan
could
set
stay
the record
behind.
straight. You know, everybody else just
It's, with chasing that,
Dallas ending the way it did, I feel like it is unfortunate because you really got to see a lot of when people on shows say, it's the EP or it's the behind the scenes. And that's
Mm,
really, it was a lot going on behind the scenes that really caused it to just
mm-hmm.
crumble.
I do hope that maybe they'll reshuffle it and maybe, bring it back because I really enjoy the Dallas cast. They're really some
Yes.
wonderful people. Um,
Ariel. Her name is Ariel.
yeah.
I freaking love, girl,
Ariel,
I
yeah.
love
Yes.
you. She served that reunion. She served the whole season. Yeah, she was in some stuff, but she cleared her name and kept it about the business. That's what I thought this chasing brand was about. You know what I mean? This he said, she said with a December and a November. I got lost. I got so freaking lost because I didn't know where he came in at. Like who are you? Like so it just yeah. This needed. I didn't like the way it ended because at the end of the day, these are all black people with a platform. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
you know,
Now that hurt my heart to see it end like that, but it needed to end because it was only getting to be a rolling ball of clusterfucks going on, and innocent people are getting wrapped up in the middle. Like Ariel, at the minute, I just said get off the show because she didn't belong. You know what I'm saying? She's chasing the
Yeah.
bag, and they're chasing ratchetness. She never belonged. You know?
Yeah, but I would agree with you. It's so important to continue to support Black creatives. Of course, whatever Kingpin, is a part of, we will definitely be supporting that.
Of course.
If most of you guys know in the chat that he is backstage running the show behind the scenes, and we have received the warning to kind of wrap it up.
And this is, oh, we
So
sure
I
did.
don't think Quan,
I
Quan
wasn't even looking.
hasn't.
Sorry, King. King like,
So
sorry.
Quan hasn't, but
she's
Quan
trying to
didn't
wrap it up.
share the
He did
answer to
not.
your own
Oh,
question.
Yes.
but so for me, honestly, this year it's been crazy. It's been up and down, especially the past few months. Has been life changing for me from losing my job that I had for like
Mm,
the past 5 years, where I helped build a company from the ground up.
mm,
Mm.
Um, and just really kind of just taking leaps of faith and just jumping out there. And really, like the highlight for me, it is. It may sound a little cocky. The highlight for me is me still being here and not giving up, even
that's
when I
right.
really wanted to.
That's right.
Mm.
I feel that.
Because
I feel
there,
that.
There were times, and most people know, like I've dealt with mental health issues and addiction issues, and there were some times this year that I was really slipping and sliding back down.
Mm,
Mm.
Thankfully, because
okay.
of people like you guys, because of King, because of other
Yeah.
friends, I didn't slip all the way down. I was
Good.
slipping, and y'all was like, "Nah, bitch, get
Let's
back
go.
up, come on." So I was like, "All right,
You've been down there
I'm
too
gonna keep
long.
going."
Get up.
Right, I'm gonna keep going. But yeah,
That's
but for me,
right.
it's me still being here, me still standing, going after what I want, chasing my dreams and
That's
goals,
right.
and just being around and surrounding myself with more people who are
Mm-hmm.
uplifting, who are going after their dreams, their goals. We got
Mm-hmm.
people up here with bachelors, first time tuba teaching y'all how to buy homes. Philly Chica
Period.
got the comedy and the hair
Period.
game on lock.
That's
King
right.
is up here building a whole empire. So it's
Period.
like when you surround yourself with people who are doing things and people who are moving
Mhm.
positive, it has no choice but to flow into you.
That's
No
right.
choice. It is a
Yes.
universal law. What you surround yourself with is going to flow into you.
That's right.
Like that old saying goes, if you hang around some
Birds of
millionaires,
a feather flock
eventually
together.
you'll be the next millionaire. So yeah, I'm just happy about that. Oh, and news, my next poetry single, Awaken, will be dropping we'll drop it on Friday, 12:30.
Yeah.
It will be available on all streaming platforms. So make sure you guys follow me and I'll be posting it and sending it out and all that stuff. But
Are
it
we
will be
going to get it on the
available.
next show? On our next show, can we get a little snippet on our next show? I mean,
Yeah, you can. Definitely,
That's
yeah.
definitely.
amazing.
I
Congratulations,
like
Quan.
it. Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
congratulations.
And to all my Crown family out there, keep pushing. No matter what your
Yeah.
situation is, you're in the middle of it. You're about to be at the end. It's about to be over. Keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
Just keep going.
Take it day by day.
Period.
Keep pushing and keep going because you never know when that breakthrough
It's
is going to
coming.
happen.
It's coming.
And we'll see you guys next year.
Next
Right.
year.
Next year, we
Oh,
love you guys.
love you
Have a
Mm.
good day, everybody.
guys. Bye. We're going to get docked. Keith ain't going to dock us.